fact, Mari Smith has been recruited by Facebook to teach businesses how to succeed using its website.
Who is ready to attract more fans, friends, leads, and profits?
Mari Smith is known as the queen of Facebook. From her offices in San Diego, she oversees the Facebook pages of some of the biggest businesses in the U.S.
Native video on Facebook has the #1 organic views right now, and especially live. How many people in the audience have Facebook Live with access to it? Anybody? Are you living right now? Oh, hey! Hi, Facebook world and Peg's peeps. Someone checks out on the card, you can say, hey, by the way, can we keep you up to date about this purchase through Facebook Messenger? It's opt-in, see, it's permission-based.
There is a vision within you, a dream you must live. But the journey is destined for daunting challenges, and it's always inside you. Are you ready to live your dreams to the fullest? Because it's never too late to become the hero of your own story.
How's it going, everyone? Lewis Howes here, and I want to share with you this quick video on my top 8 ways to use social media. So, number 1, you got to be yourself. I can't come up here and act like Gary Vaynerchuk and say, hello everyone and welcome to Wine Library TV. That's just not exactly who I am, and people will notice that that's fake because they know who I am. So really be genuine and be yourself. Number 2, get active on at least the top 3 major social networking sites. So Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. If you're not on there, then you're not really using social media effectively because that's where everyone else is at. Get active. Number 3, you got to provide awesome content. Number 4, be smart with your time. Number 5, be consistent. If you're going to put out a content or you want to promote yourself as a personal brand, you got to be consistent. You can't jump in as the tech guy one day and then the fashion person the next day and then the sports person the next day. You got to be consistent with what you're doing.
So across all your social media accounts and your website, you want to make sure you're unified with your vision. You don't want to have, Steve, the good-looking TV guy as your Twitter handle, then Steve GDLA on Instagram. You want to have a unified vision
all the way through,
all the way across. Yeah,
okay.
Keep it the same, or just your first name and last name all the way across.
I think I'm pretty good with that.
You don't want to make stuff up like the skinny tie wearer guy.
You want to make it as easy as possible for people to remember you and see you.
Got it.
All right, creating a unique and powerful website. What is that?
Yeah, you can't really have a powerful brand if you don't have a home base, a place where people can go to. So you build your accounts on Twitter and Instagram, and you want to send people back to one place. Send them back to a place where they can learn more about you.
So if you have multi-platforms, you're getting in the way of yourself?
You're not getting in the way of yourself, you just want to direct them to one place.
Okay,
Yeah, because that's going to help you.
You can pay people to do this.
Here's one I love, and this I love this one. Number 3, go against the grain.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. If you're working in an industry, you want to stand out in that industry. So you want to build a personal brand that's unique, that's different, that says something that is different than everyone else.
People will pay attention to the difference.
Yeah, you want to pay attention to that.
All right, it says provide content, but Araxia, don't oversell.
Right. Okay.
So, for myself, I have a podcast, and I'm always just giving. Very little do I say, buy this or go sign up for this. It's all about providing value, answering questions, being a resource.
Because you don't want to look like you're pushing a product.
You don't want to sell
or something.
too hard.
Yeah.
So 90% content, 10% buy my product and services.
Can you walk us through some core action steps that people could take to start to increase their engagement on Facebook?
Yeah, so this is good. So the way I always look at Facebook is you got to start it out thinking, okay, what is my main objective here? A lot of the times people think I need a bunch of fans and I want to have a big community so I can talk about my business a lot on Facebook. Yeah. And really, if we come at it from a different point of view where we want to grow your fan base, one, because you do want a big community so you're seen as the authority and the leader, but also I think if you come on Facebook thinking, how am I going to turn my fans into leads? It's a whole different ballgame. So a few things. One, we didn't talk a lot about this when we were speaking, but branding your Facebook page. Having a really great timeline cover photo, looking pro. If someone comes to your Facebook page, you want to make sure they know instantly who you are and what you're about. So that timeline cover photo is actually a big deal. So just looking pro right away. And then in terms of building your fan base, you want to build up your fan base so that those people do become leads. So the way you do that is through engagement, what you talked about. And something that I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk was that you need to create this native content. And native content is content that joins in on the conversations and doesn't interrupt. Facebook feels that they want to make sure that your experience is very personalized and you're only seeing the posts from the people that you care most about. And in their eyes, they think that if you're liking a post, you're liking a page, you're commenting, you're sharing, then that means you're engaged with that person. So they're going to put that person into your newsfeed more often. So it really depends on your activity in order to see these. And I agree, it's really frustrating. People have liked my page, then why shouldn't I get out into their newsfeed every single day? Unfortunately, we gotta play by Facebook's rules. So you just gotta go along with it sometimes.
Yeah, it is what it is. And you know, it's hard to get through to anybody there, at least in my experience.
So before there's an epidemic of Meniere's disease in the venture capital industry, I came up with the 10-20-30 rule. This is the 10-20-30 rule. You should have 10 slides in your PowerPoint pitch. 10, not 50. I don't care if you have curve jumping, paradigm shifting, P2P, Google AdWords, social network, optimized, SQL-based way to sell dog food online. 10 slides. That's all we can handle. If you don't buy the 30 points is the right font size, I will give you an algorithm.
This is the key to pitching. Just do this, and you'll be better than 90% of the people using PowerPoint. I'll show you a great Steve Jobs slide. This is Steve Jobs slide at its best. Huge Windows logo. Huge logo. iTunes, 150-point font. The best Windows app ever written. Steve Jobs, with this slide, is proclaiming that Apple has written the best Windows app. He's using a huge logo, huge font. Count how many words are on that slide. iTunes, the best Windows app ever written. Like 7 words. The key to a great PowerPoint presentation, big font, big graphics.
The first thing I figured out and learned, sometimes the hard way, about entrepreneurship is that the core, the essence of entrepreneurship is about making meaning. Many people start companies to make money, the quick flip, the dot-com phenomena. And I have noticed in both the companies that I've started and funded and been associated with, that those companies that are fundamentally founded to change the world, to make the world a better place, to make meaning, are the companies that make a difference. They are the companies to succeed. There are 3 ways to make meaning. First is to increase the quality of life. A second way to make meaning is to right a wrong. You know, that this fish is going to die after jumping out. But to right a wrong means that you find something that's wrong in the world, or you notice something that's wrong, or you want to fix that. This might be particularly applicable to not-for-profits where, you know, there's pollution, or there's crime, or there's abuse, and their very core is to end that wrong. And the third way to make meaning is to prevent the end of something good.